Hi, I'm Sir Williams.
And I'm Venus Crystal.
And welcome back to the Truly Magic Podcast.
Okay.
I'm trying.
I'm trying to.
Are you still sick?
A little bit. I'm not too bad, but
Give me a second. I gotta go get a mask.
hey. Hey, to be fair, I've been very respectful. You know, it's just a cold, but I've been wearing a mask on the bus and in the mall and anywhere I go to prevent the spread of my cold. It's not COVID, trust me. I tested because I'm so hyper paranoid, but
I am. I wouldn't even be worried even if it was.
yeah. I yeah, basically yeah, I have a cold. This is the first cold I've had in probably almost a year. I don't get sick often. The last time I was sick was in January of 2022. I had COVID, which sucks, but c'est la vie.
This
I
is
was
the
in
life.
Montreal for a friend's birthday and I'd like to say that I got it from the blunt rotation, because that would be fucking badass, but I also don't know where I got it from. But I like to say that it was from the blunt rotation.
In the
uh,
wise words of Rooster, that's badass.
yeah. Uh, yeah. This is and considering how hyper paranoid I was about getting sick, back in June when I went to see Melanie Martinez, and then like before I went to Montreal, I got sick on Monday, which is a day that Valen was going to work, and I was okay for her birthday dinner. Like I wasn't that bad, and then on the way home, I was like, oh fuck, I feel like shit, and then it just got worse from there.
Mm.
Yeah. Have you had any like gnarly colds or like crazy sicknesses, Patrick?
All right, all right. Let me think real quick, cause I never really remember any crazy sick. Okay. Can I speak English today?
I don't know. Can you?
I don't remember having any crazy sicknesses.
Mm.
What I do remember having is a great many dental surgeries. Yes.
For anyone who doesn't know, Patrick and I, one of our bonds is the fact that we both have had dental surgery.
Yes. Yes, it is. Um,
Anyway,
I-
continue.
I've had so many. I don't remember how many I've had anymore, but I know that like at one point I had like
Fuck.
10 teeth all in one place.
What?
Yeah, so they had to remove 8 of them and choose the best 2 to be my front teeth, which one of them came out chipped anyway.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and that was,
Jesus.
and even to get those down, first I had to get braces
Oh.
so that they could move the teeth and such out of the way. And then
Fuck.
they cut into the gums.
Oh, I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
They put some metal poking sticks in,
Holy shit, dude.
attached them to the teeth with chains,
What?
twisted them down, and put them with the braces.
Slipknot music video? What the fuck? Like, it's like you have your dental surgery going on in the background. Just cut me up and fuck me up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then pretty much a year after getting those teeth in the position they wanted, um I had to get a root canal done on one of them.
Oh, oh. Oh God.
which is the one that is chipped and is actually like cracked now. Um,
Oh. Oh
yeah.
no. Sorry. Excuse me. Ah, sorry. My throat is still so full of mucus. Jeez, I thought my gum graft was bad.
Oh, I've had some of those too.
I
Multiple.
still, I can still like, I still freak out about my gums because now I'm so uber paranoid about them. Too, I'm paranoid about everything. And sometimes I just flip my lip down to see how they're doing, and I just see the off pink, like weird mass that's like it's like you're not supposed to be there, but you are. I showed it to Val, and she's like, "What the fuck, Fiona?" It's like, "Yep,
I
yeah,
think
I had a fun time in college."
I think in my lifetime I've had 3 gum grafts.
Oh my god, man!
Yeah.
I salute you. Because if it's anything like I experienced, that's fucking traumatizing.
And one of the times, they said, "Oh yeah, don't worry. Only like 1 in 7 get infected." Um,
Oh no!
we went on vacation, and I happened to
Oh,
be 1 in 7.
oh no!
Yeah. So I had yellow gums with black, thick stitches. Just, that was a beautiful visual for everyone.
Yeah. Sorry if to everyone who has to hear me blowing my nose. I am blowing my nose away from the microphone, but it's really loud, so I'm sorry. Uh, you know me, I was so scared about my gums getting infected, or the roof of my mouth getting infected.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
think you remember me texting you at like all hours of the night. I don't. Did I ever tell you about the time, like it was on a, like, there was a time that I didn't come into class? And the reason when I was recovering from my surgery, the reason I didn't come into class is because I woke up in the middle of the night, my mouth was spewing blood.
Oh, yes. I think I remember you mentioning this now.
It like I had such a bad bleed from my upper of my mouth, like it wouldn't stop coming. Like I was like running to my parents with my hand over my face. There's still stains on the sweatshirt I wore to bed to this day. I kind of think it's badass, but some people might think that's gross. And my parents are like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?" I'm like, it was. I actually one time had a bleed, like a really bad one at college, and I have a photo that I took of the sink after it had stopped, but I was sitting there in the bathroom, like the tissue or like the gauze on my gums, like holding it there for dear life. And then like it's all this stuff is going into the sink, and then when it's all said and done, I'm like standing there just catching my breath, and this woman walks in and just looks at me and looks at the sink and is like, "Oh God." It's like it's not what it looks like, I swear. Yeah, it's excuse me, I was just, murdering. No, no, I'm not gonna. No,
Absolutely, you were murdering somebody.
no, Patrick, no,
Well, I mean,
no incriminating
$2,000 is
evidence.
$2,000, right?
It's a little less funny when someone you know has actually done that, but I digress.
What?
Back to horrible sicknesses that I've had. Um, shall I tell a story now about my sickness, getting down with the sickness?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the worst illness I ever had was this thing called fifth disease. It's literally called fifth's disease. And it was a thing it was like it's a sickness that you only get when you're like once in your life when you're really young or some shit. Um don't know how I got it, but um it was around spring break and I was in elementary school. And I was fine for most of the day, and then I was in French class and I started feeling like actual shit. Like as a little kid, I just felt so dizzy and I didn't know what was going on, and I was actually so dizzy I walked into a wall and just went boom, banged my head into the wall. That was fun. And then I went back to class and I was so out of it and tired and sick and they had to call my parents. And I was so tired and I couldn't move, I couldn't speak, couldn't talk, so tired. And then my parents were like, "Okay, we need to take her to a clinic." So thus begins, mind you, I need to emphasize, I had to get on a plane to go to California tomorrow. Like that day, like that day was the day before I went on vacation.
Mm.
So keep that in mind. So we're running around going to Apple Tree and they're like, "You gotta take her to Chio." So we went to Chio and we had to wait in line to check in. And I was lying on the floor waiting to check in. Really fun. And we check in, we sit in the room of death for I don't know how long because I don't really remember. Like, I remember when this happened. I don't remember exactly every fine detail, but I still remember it. And the doctors look at me, they run some tests, and like, yeah, she's got fifth disease. It will pass in like 2 weeks. And my parents are like, well, can she get on a plane and fly? And they're like, yes, it is perfectly fine for the child to fly. That is not how they talked. I'm just embellishing for dramatic effect. So, I and my father didn't go with us because he had to work, hopped on a plane and went to Palm Springs, as I did every year. That's where my grandma stayed during the winter, because she's like a goose. She goes other places during the winter because of harsh weather conditions. But anyway, so take a plane or two planes to California, and I felt like shit. And a child kept poking me, be like, "Why is it sleeping?" I don't. Apparently, that was the thing that happened according to my mom, who was like holding me, and there was another mother sitting next to us with her child, and the child kept poking me apparently because I was asleep.
Why
And my
is
mom
it
was like,
sleeping?
"I don't know." That's what my mom said. And anyway, so I get off the plane, and my grandma's standing there to hug me, and I was so sick. I couldn't even run to hug her. I was like stumbling along, holding my mother, and my mom's like, "Yeah, no, you can't do that shit right now." So anyway, we get home. Next day comes. I can't walk because one of the things with fifth disease is your joints seize up. So I couldn't really walk, so I was crawling everywhere for like about 2 to 3 days, and I had this nasty rash on my legs and arms. The fact that they let me fly is fucking phenomenal, but yeah. And I was vomiting, and I had a stuffy nose and a sore throat, and every other thing that comes with being sick. And I was stuck like that for a week and a half. Yep. And
Uh,
then my parents took me to SeaWorld once it was all over because they're like, "You deserve something for that. Let's go look at whales in captivity." It's fine. It was fun at the time before I knew the horrors of SeaWorld and Marineland. I watched the
Everyone
dolphins.
loves Marineland.
I never went there. Never went to Marineland.
I have been.
What was it like? Was it worth it? I know that one of my friend's dads punched a deer there.
Marineland is actually quite boring. Like, there's
Is it?
there's like you just there's just animals there, and it's an over glorified kind of like zoo thing.
I see.
There's not a lot of rides there.
Uh, yeah. I've been to, it's funny because, I'm not saying I'm a snob, but I have family that's really rich, and because of that, I've had experiences that a lot of other people wouldn't have had. And it's funny because it's like I've never been to Marineland, but I have been to the Cove Atlantis Resort in Nassau, Bahamas, where the dolphins are actually like well cared for down there, which is crazy. But it's to be fair, I think dolphins live in the Bahamas anyway, so it's that's not too far fetched. They're all rescues.
Huh.
There was a water slide that went through a shark tank. It was pretty cool.
A water slide
It
that
was
went through a shark tank.
yeah. So basically, like you go on this, like it's this big, like kind of like Mayan pyramid looking build of a water slide, and there's two types. There's one where you like just lie down, you cross your arms, and you shoot through, or there's one where you take a raft, like one of those like inner tube raft things where it's like the two people and stuff, and you go down, and then you go down this water slide, and then you go out into this like plexiglass, not plexiglass, it's probably stronger than plexiglass. You go out into this like tube that's in the tank, and you cruise down the tube, and the sharks swim over you. And they get it's basically like, you know, one of those sushi bars where you like there's the conveyor belt of all the things you could eat, except we're less accessible to the sharks. Also, I don't think sharks don't really eat you, weirdly enough, unless they're really really hungry. Sharks don't really eat people.
Sharks don't
They will
like the
take a bite.
taste of humans.
They don't, and it's funny that everyone's so scared of them. It's like you're scared of sharks. I'm scared of you know, the great sea pandas of death. Good old Free Willy.
Mm.
I see Free Willy, I'm fucking turning around. Those things are vicious.
I think I'd be very afraid of those crabs that ate Amelia Earhart.
That's brutal. Yeah,
Yep.
but I hate. I don't like. One time I went whale watching and we saw a bunch of orcas, and we're on a big boat, but still, orcas freak me out because like they're ruthless killers. They don't give a fuck. They will kill anything and anyone they see. They'll flip you in the air, and then another one will grab you like it's fucking skeet shooting or something. That's crazy. Have you seen them flip seals in the air like pancake? It's terrifying. I don't
Welcome
want to
to
go.
Whale Wash, home of the whale wash, where the prices are. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I I would I would lose my mind if I came face to face with an orca. Anyway, um I have another. I don't have too many crazy sickness stories. Most of them are just, oh, I was a child and I vomited, so I stayed home and watched Shrek. Apparently, that was my go-to for when I was sick, because I was just a huge fan of the Shrek movies, like a normal 2000s child. But there was one other sickness that I got when I was in middle school. And this was actually around the time I met Terry,
Really?
a professor. Yeah. So, no, it was a year after. But she was back because she was directing our school play. And then she never came back after that year because I don't blame her. My class sucked. Um, but yeah, middle school, no one really wanted to be in the play except for me because I was the only one who was like a theater kid. But anyway, so we had to do this thing. It was called Carnival. Like, you know, like the, you know how they do in Quebec, like they have Carnival in Quebec City and Montreal, and they have the Bonhomme de Neige guy and stuff. Well, we had to do something like that for the OMS kids because OMS was the elementary school that was kind of like associated with my middle school slash high school. So we had to come up with a game for these kids, and we did. And I was out there with a friend of mine, and we were doing this, and it was freezing cold, and you're in a freezing cold recess area in what was pretty much a blizzard, trying to get little kids to listen to you, which is like herding cats. And the next day, after I froze my ass off, the hot chocolate people ignored our area of the thing and whatever. I had a sore throat. And at first I was like, yeah, it's okay, whatever, like it's fine. It's just a sore throat. Terry gave me like a little like throat lozenge lollipop because Terry fucking loves me. To be fair, she's known my dad for like a good couple decades, so I'm not surprised. That sounds such a dickhead thing to say, but they knew each other for a while. But anyway, so the next day I wake up and I can't speak. That's how bad my sore throat is. It hurts to swallow, like really hurts to swallow, like painful. Like I'm coughing and like mucus and like it's bad.
Mhm.
It's so bad. And turns out I have a throat infection. I also had a fever. So telltale sign if you have a throat infection, if you have a fever, you can't speak, runny nose, throat infection. Don't know where the fuck I got it from. Probably some random child, but excuse me.
Some random child.
Um, yeah, that's how I feel when I think of children. But anyway. So yeah, it's really funny because I was stuck like that for like a week or so. And I was like to my mom, I'm like, Mom, is this ever gonna end? It hurts. It hurts so much. And my mom's like, Don't worry, Fiona. You'll be fine. It's fine. It's not that bad. You'll be okay. And then my mom caught it after me, after I was like finished. My mom catches it. And she's like telling me like, Fee, does this ever end? It hurts so much. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, Mom, it'll go away. Don't you worry, Mom. Oh, that's a bitch. I should have known. Fuck, I hate that song.
Jojo Siwa.
No. Oh, God.
Hello?
You said her name, and then the mucus came like a tidal wave.
Okay, well it kind of I guess your coughing kind of sounds like distorted background talking.
It's the evil spirits in my body trying to communicate with you. I'm just kidding. I haven't sunk that deep yet. I did get a mortar and pestle the other day, which is really funny because I got it for witchcraft. Cause that's a thing I do, and I bring it home. I show it to my dad. He's like, "Yeah, you gonna use it to grind up your weed?" I'm like, "No, I was gonna use it to make witchy potions, but okay, I guess I can do that too."
Yes, witchy potions. That's right.
Yeah, I've done some light witchcraft before. Don't really know if it works, but that's all in the eye of the beholder, in my opinion. To be fair, I can't do too much. I want to get some more books, or I'm gonna have to ask Sheena because the only book that I have is a book of love spells, and I don't really feel like testing that shit, cause there's some gnarly ones in there.
Are they more like curses for your ex or more just
No,
for your own?
actually. There's like only one curse for an ex. And I can't really do it because one, that mean I'd have to figure out where one like my exes live, which I'm not about that. I don't feel like getting a stalking charge. And I also don't give a fuck. And also one of them lives in Almont, so like I can't get out there. And two, you have to not only it's like this like thing where you have to take black pepper that you've like cursed and you have to sprinkle it around their house and on them and on their belongings, and it's like, what kind of espionage shit do you have to commit where you'd get away with this?
Hire a hitman.
Yeah, I'm gonna hire you to go take some pepper. No, I can't say that because if that happens, I'm gonna get. But no, that's the thing. It's like take some pepper, sprinkle it around the four corners of their house, open the windows, dust that shit, let the wind carry some fucking whatever. I don't know. There's also one where you like have to burn one of their possessions to curse them, and it's like, I don't feel like doing that today. I
Not
don't
like you
have
could burn a
time.
rock or anything like that.
I can't burn the rock. The rock is in the river. I threw that rock into the river, as I do with most things my exes gave me. It's like, you know what? River time! Yay!
You'll be sleeping with the fishes tonight.
Yeah, no. The river, the Rito River. Full of Fiona's shit. I'm just kidding. I've only
And
thrown a rock.
everybody else's.
Yeah. I remember the person who gave me the rock was really mad that I threw it in there.
What can you do?
Yeah, no. Well, it was funny because that ex was a interesting human being. All my exes were interesting human beings, but the first college ex, as we know, the massive hashtag regret. I was like, yeah, no, I threw that rock in the river, and they're like, what? Why didn't you just give it back? And I'm like, well, to be fair, I didn't think you were ever gonna speak to me again, which I kind of wish you wouldn't speak to me again. Um, and then it was like, well, that was a special rock. It's like, yeah, well, you gave it to me. It's mine. I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. It's going in the river. And that's what I do when I break up with someone. I rid myself of all the shit that makes me think of them, and then I just sit there and mourn for like a day or two, and then I get on with my life to a certain extent. Not as easy as that, but hey, casting away all the shit works. For me, at least. Yeah, they never got over the fact that I threw away the rock. But it's like, hey, you know what? You broke up with me after Dirty Bingo and basically told me you were only dating me for the sake of dating someone. So I think I have full right to do whatever I want with that rock.
Hmm.
I think I have free reign over that. What a that's a fucking savage way to break up with someone like right after Dirty and they won Dirty Bingo too, which is more lemon and salt in my wounds. They win Dirty Bingo and then they broke up with me. Like what the I was more upset that I didn't win Dirty Bingo and they did over the breakup, which I think can tell you how much that relationship meant. Well, Well, to be fair, my relationships do mean a lot to me in the moment, but then it ends, and I'm like, wow, that was why did I do this to myself?
How could this happen to me?
I made my mistakes. I got nowhere to run, but life goes on as I'm fading away. Oh
You know
God,
more words than I do. That's.
yeah, I do. 'Cause I know the memes. I know them good crispy memes. What the fuck is going on?
We're singing about memes.
Memes. Yeah. Ugh.
So there was one time, I say one time, but it actually happened multiple times because it usually happens during winter. Um, there will be some times where I overwork myself in the winter, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, as a result, um, the next day I won't be able to move like at all.
Uh huh.
Yeah, that's that's super fun when you wake up and you're like, oh, I can't move.
That sounds horrible, dude.
Yeah, hasn't happened in a bit, but that's because I haven't overworked myself in winter in a while.
Yeah. One time I stood out in the rain and I got like the worst cold in existence. Like literally, I did the one thing you're not supposed to do. I stood out in the rain in fall, and it came and I got a cold, and I did. It was like, you know what sucks? It was during COVID. So, and you can once you've confirmed that it's not COVID, you can go back, right? But I'm still like sick, and that's really like you're social distanced and whatever. But People still, they're like, ugh, get away from me, you fucking heathen. Like, it's like, I swear to God, it's a cold. Chill the fuck out. Like,
I still
the
don't
academic,
want it.
the academic success technology is trying to contact me. The academic success team. Hi, academic success. Oh, yeah. Did we talk about how we're both going back to school?
No, I was gonna
Yet?
wait until vlog season 2 and then people could hear my joke about it at the start.
Oh, sorry, did I spoil it?
No, it's okay.
For anyone who doesn't know, me and Patrick are going back to college because we're I just miss school so much.
Gabby might be
Um,
going back next year.
you are really not this year?
Yeah, because she posted about it and was like, I kind of think about going back to school. I was like, oh, where were you thinking?
Wait,
She was like,
wait,
oh
who
no,
is?
Gabby.
Oh, Gabby. I didn't hear who you said, and I got freaked out for a little bit. I was like, wait, which person? Which person was it? Never mind. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, she won't be able to be a part of season 2 though of the vlog if she doesn't go this year.
That would be that. Well, I mean, I'll still be there because my program's 2 years. Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna be there a while.
mine
Not
is
like
only gonna
super.
be one.
You're doing script writing?
No, I am doing
Oh,
music, media, and film foundations.
oh, nice.
I'm doing that in hopes of trying to get into the film, like the actual film course, the next year.
Oh, nice, nice.
That is
That's
assuming I can.
yeah. I'm doing radio broadcasting, which means maybe this podcast will get a little bit higher developed.
Hey, listen. We're gonna have access to the radio room, right? So,
Oh my god.
so we can reserve times for that.
Oh my god, that's gonna make podcasting so much easier. Like if we ever have like breaks, we can just film our episodes in there. Fucking amazing! You are a genius, my man.
That's why I wear the brains.
Also, like we have to vlog orientation because that's gonna be mad lit, or at least like we have to do things this year at orientation because I didn't do anything at orientation last year. Did you?
No, 'cause I didn't have time last year. Well, I say
Uh,
last year, but like,
yeah, we can't say last year. It was 2 years ago. Ah.
yeah, but I didn't do anything. I just didn't have time 'cause I had to go to work and such.
I didn't do anything because you know me. I was a grumpy bitch.
You were a person not looking for any friends or anything like that.
No,
I
I
w-
wasn't.
I was also a person who was not looking for friends. I was just there to learn.
Look how that turned out.
Yeah, look at the social
Yeah.
butterfly I became. The guy who stays at home
Yep.
and
Yeah, but you have friends now, and you had a birthday party, which was kind of lit.
yeah.
We bowled. We fuck it, we bowled. I still kind of kick myself for not doing orientation because they had like fair rides and a bowl and stuff, and
Yeah, they
I
do it
didn't do
every
any
year.
of that. I know, which is good because then I can experience that. But like tiny 18-year-old Fiona was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna be a grumpy bitch and
I'm a big girl
pretend that."
now. I don't need to do any of this fun stuff.
Yeah, very Eric Cartman. I would. Well, it's even funnier because like I'm keeping the blonde, so I'm going back to college as a blonde. Let's pray to God that's not history repeating itself. Because if it is, I'm gonna. If this is like that episode, it's like Back to the Future where I go back in time, quote unquote, and I have to redo my college experience to make sure I get all the pieces right.
Do you want to put some blue in your hair at the same time?
Nope. No. I think the blue was the curse. Blue was the bad omen of things to come. The blue was what centered the cursedness of that year. Without the blue, there is no, because the blue has been cast off. It's been cut from my hair. There is no more blue, only Zool. Like,
Only Zool.
no, seriously.
Yeah,
When
it's
I got my
loud.
hair bleached in February, at the very end, Hilton was like, Fiona, the blue is still there. I'm like, cut it off. Get it away.
Get it out of here. I don't want to see it ever again. Get it out of Gotham.
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty much it. I was like, I don't want this. We gotta get rid of it. The blue was a curse. It attracted the weirdos. Which it did. I mean, honestly, let's be real. The blonde blue anime hair attracted a bunch of weirdos.
Hey, at least you
Some
didn't
of them
get
are in the
the.
military.
At least you didn't get Discord mods hitting on you.
Yeah, well, I also, to be fair, I've seen enough on Discord to be like, yeah, nah. Because a friend of mine was like hella on Discord. She was like, she was living the child on Discord life. Like the, I'm gonna date 24-year-olds at 17 and like try and talk people off the edge. And then sometimes there would be dick pics and I would see them and I'm like, I'm never going on this website. Woo! So, yeah. Thank God.
Mm.
To be fair, there was one who was kind of like a Discord mod, but like, he's in the army now. He's the boogie woogie big of it. I don't know the words to that song.
Oh, him.
Yeah, they're either in the military or trying to stalk me on Instagram, and then I was talking to Wind about that the other day, and I now know the whole spiel with them, and I'm like, wow, dodged a fucking bullet. Ooh. Why? Why, Patrick? Why do I have to be cursed with such beauty? Why do I have to be the one who attracts so many people? It's so hard, Patrick, to be so attractive. To have everyone desire you, it's so
I'm
hard.
so glad that I've picked up on your sarcastic tone there.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Picking up on my sarcastic tone. Again, I was in Montreal for my friend's birthday, and she had a party at a water park, and some of her coworkers were there, and some of her friends, and you know, I'm Irish. I take the piss out of people. But the problem is apparently people don't know when I'm taking the piss, so they think I'm going off on them, and it's like, no, I'm taking the piss. I'm making fun. It's not malicious, and I'm being sarcastic. And Valen's like, Fiona, no one can understand your sarcasm. And I'm like, oh shit. Oh fuck. So it's like, how many of her coworkers just think I'm a massive asshole now? It's fine. Two of them really like me. If one of them is listening to this podcast, hey dude, what's up? Shout out.
I will say shout out to like the people who have been subscribing lately because we are now at
Yeah.
25 subscribers.
Yeah. One of them, I think two of them are Valen's coworkers that I befriended.
And shout out to
Like,
my boy Sam who's a coworker of mine. He is listening back to the Business Partners playlist and then he's going to move on to Truly Imagination to catch up.
nice. Sometimes I use the Business Partners podcast as a sleep aid because I can just like go the fuck to sleep and it'll just talk in the background. Very good as a sleep aid, weirdly enough. Also, speaking of Truly Imagination, thank you to the 180 people that watched my Madeleine video.
Oh, did you see the comment on there?
Which one? There's a couple.
Yeah, there's one suggesting something else to do
Yes, the beef guy.
and
Oh, we're at 185 views now. Holy shit! This video just keeps going. Yeah, King Beef. He has commented on other videos of mine. I'm putting together. He's the one who requested I do marshmallows, which I will do at some point. I just need to find the time. But holy crap, thanks to the 185 people in 6 days, we have never reached that amount of viewership in like that short of a time. So thank you, especially considering that that YouTube video was probably the most rushed thing I ever did. Because I edited that while I was sick, and I was so sick that I didn't put music in it, and yet people love it. I don't know why.
The thing
But
is that you never go viral for the thing you put the most effort into. You go
yeah, I
viral
know.
for the things you put the least effort into.
I know. It's like the Nuka-Cola video that I worked so hard on. 61 views. The Medland video where there's no music, there's a random shot of Valen and I playing with dildos and a plushie twerking. Yeah, that gets the views. That gets all the views.
It's
But
the
I'm not
dildos,
complaining.
that's what got it.
Yeah, me and Valen, I bought her a dildo for her birthday because that's how we are. It's
Hey.
not that weird. We buy each other weird gifts.
Listen, I once
You
for
have done that
Christmas-
too.
Yeah, but I bought them a gag ball and a whip.
Yeah. And you bought them from Spencer's, which doesn't count.
It does
Sorry,
count.
I'm being.
It absolutely
No, it
does.
doesn't.
Yes, ma'am.
Spencer's is not a sex shop. Spencer's is a novelty store where they sell other shit like weed trays, witchcraft books, and earrings and cups. Oh my. Like, that's not a sex shop. They just sell sex toys.
Well, let's just call it an adult entertainment store then.
No, it's not. It's a novelty store at best.
Adult
Not, it
entertainment.
cannot be. Hey, as someone who worked at a sex shop, fun fact: the only toys that I've seen at Spencer's that I've seen at a sex store are the romp ones, which are horrible, which makes sense. It's everything. I'm like, listen, Spencer sells vibrators and dildos and toys and stuff, but it's like it's all the shitty ones. They're all bad. They're all very much juvenile, like, ew, don't go back at the store. To be fair, I'm not one who should like
on
I've
that
worked-
on that
yeah, I've
bright
worked in a
note,
sex store. Spencer's is not a sex shop.
on that bright note
My no
of
parting words.
calling
I'm stuck
of
with the chair.
calling toys juvenile,
Oh no! Oh
we
no!
are going
Oh,
to end the podcast.
Take
Have
that
yourself
out, Patrick.
Have yourself
Take
a
that out.
wonderful listening
You have to
experience.
cut that out.
Bye bye.
It